Hey guys, in this video we're going to be talking about 5 things I hate about the TM Racing dirt bikes. First thing that I hate about TM Racing dirt bikes is the price. These bikes are quite a bit more expensive than the Japanese bikes. The 125 I think is around $8,900, and if you want the 300cc model, you're going to be looking at over $10,000 for these bikes. Second thing I hate about TM Racing dirt bikes is there's no aftermarket support, or if there is aftermarket support, there's very little aftermarket support. If you go to a website like Rocky Mountain ATV or Revzilla, you're not going to find any parts for TM Racing even listed. So being that there's not much support in the way of aftermarket means I have to deal strictly with the dealer. Dealers are few and far between, so if you have a local dealer, you're going to be dealing with them a lot. A lot of times I wish I could just go online and I could order my own parts and I wouldn't have to go to the dealer and wait for them to ship to them and then them call me. Sometimes it becomes, you know, a whole extra step that I wish I didn't have to go through. The third thing that I hate about these dirt bikes is the suspension. I've never had a chance to ride the Woods version of any of these TM bikes, so I only have experience with the MX versions. These bikes come from the factory set up very stiff. They do have KYB suspension, but it's not the best suspension in the world. These bikes have been ridden and reviewed by pro riders, and everyone's pretty much in agreement that these bikes come a little bit stiff, and a bike like the Yamaha with the KYB suspension feels quite a bit better. You can see here on this particular bike that I own, I've had the suspension redone. A guy local to me put in new valving and new springs and set it all up for me, so I'm much happier with the suspension now that I've upgraded it. Fourth thing I hate about these dirt bikes is the gas cap. The gas cap in here does have a gasket, but it doesn't seem to seal very well. You can see here the staining from the gasoline and the oil that spills out of this bike, and then all the dirt residue here that gets stuck to the gas and the oil. This is one of the things I hate the most about this bike, is this gas cap. Don't forget, I have 2 of these bikes. I have the 144 and the 250, and both of them are exactly the same. Sometimes I can get them to stop leaking if I crank them as tight as possible, but the gas caps are so small that then it's hard to get them loose again. So although this is a small design flaw, I would say it's one of the worst and the most irritating out of everything on this bike. Fifth and final thing that I hate about TM Racing dirt bikes is going to be the cost of parts and repair. Like I said earlier, most of your parts and your repairs are going to have to be done through your local dealer, so you don't have a lot of options when it comes to who you're going to choose to do the work for you if you're not going to do it yourself. So you might end up paying an arm and a leg to get things repaired at your local dealer, and you're also going to be paying an arm and a leg for parts. I just replaced the shifter lever on this bike the other day, and it was over $100. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If this helped you decide whether you wanted to purchase a TM Racing or not, go down below, hit a like. I hope this didn't turn anyone off from buying it. It's really a great bike. There's just a few things that I personally don't like about it. If you haven't seen the 5 things I love about TM Racing dirt bikes video on my channel, go check that one out now. See you next time.